Hello and welcome to another episode of the Classical Republican Andor review. So, this was the big finale, and it was really good. I don't know if it delivered like some of the other, the end of the other, some of the other arcs. It was there were a lot of loose ends. They wrapped up mostly what they needed to, but there were some loose ends I really wanted to see. But hey, season two, we're gonna have to wait a really long time. So I don't think it's been announced, but there some people are estimating in 2024. So we're gonna have to wait a while. Disappointing. One thing I want to say about the going back a couple episodes was the Prison Break. So the another big reason the Prison Break was so successful was, well, we don't know how successful, but a lot of people got out. The Prison Break was about a lack of process. So the people, it registered with the prisoners that there was no contestatory democracy. And in classical republicanism, we know that freedom is non-domination, which they were losing to the empire and to the emperor. Uh, the mixed regime, they never really had much of a mixed regime previously. And then the contestatory democracy was really ending. There was no more process. They were doubling the sentences, or letting people out and then taking them somewhere else to work. And so that was the last straw that broke them. Also, in this episode, we get to hear a little bit more of Nimic's encouragement. So he did. I really didn't think we were gonna hear any more from Nimic, but Andor did keep the book, and he read it. And we hear encouragement from Nimic saying, "Try." So they're gonna keep trying. That's good. We also see some more of and get some more description of the daughters of Ferrix, and they're described as a local annoyance. And isn't that what civil society is supposed to be? Especially to the overbearing authorities. So they asked for the permit at midday, but it was pushed back 2 hours by the authorities. But guess what? And they didn't really say this, but they started about 2 hours early, so they still started on time, on their time. So that just goes to show that civil organization is what you need to oppose domination. You need to be organized. We also see a lot of redirection, and that's really interesting when you're trying to do some counter espionage. You have Mon Mothma, who has some redirection with trying to blame her missing money on her husband, who has a gambling problem. And so I thought that was brilliant. That'll probably throw them off. Then you have the redirection of Luthen that you see all throughout the season. He doesn't tell anyone that he's responsible for Aldhani, except maybe Mon Mothma. He won't tell Saw Gerrera. He says, "Oh, did you do that? That was a masterpiece." And then the ISB spy, he says, "Oh no, that wasn't us. That was somebody else. We were invited, but we didn't go." So, yeah, he's doing some good redirection there. But the episode ends wonderfully with the at the very end between Cassian Andor and Luthen, and he says, "Kill me." Long pause. "Or take me in." And I thought, and then Luthen smiles and puts down the gun, and it was great. And so he, this was a really good way to end it. I really didn't feel, there were a lot of loose ends. I felt that they could have put many more people on that ship that got away, but there were a lot of loose ends, like what's going to happen with a lot of these people. I guess we'll have to wait for season 2, but it was good that we see that that Luthen takes in Cassian, and he is part of the rebellion. So that's great. Yeah. So until next time, long live the Republic.